Hello and welcome to Numeristical, bringing you the picks of the day for Saturday, May 18th. It's about 7:45 in the morning. Um, let's, as always, start by reviewing the picks from yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a tough day. We had the Reds and the Rockies on the money line. They both lost. They both had a chance to win. Rockies were up 4-1 against the Giants, but gave up a lot of runs late to lose it. Reds were tied 3-3 late, also lost it. Phillies Nationals scored a lot of runs early, but then couldn't get over 7.5. They ended 4-2. And Padres Braves was just a low scoring game. Um, I will say that we had a significant closing line value on these two money line bets. The Reds by closing line was about plus 170 instead of 190, and the Rockies were down to like 120 or even less. I think the Rockies was one we could have closed out for a small certain profit before the game started. So just didn't go our way. But we lost all four bets there. On the spread side, we did win our one spread bet. Excuse me. So we had the Yankees minus 1.5. They won 4-2 at minus 115. And that also had, I think, some closing line value. I think it was down to 120 or 125 by the time the game started. Um, so anyway, that's where we're at. So for the mainline models, we lost 4 units. We're at 1 unit for the year. On the spreads model, we're up 3.43 units in the very limited history we have for that model so far. Um, let's move on to today's action. So it looks like a full slate of games. Again, there's always a few pitchers that we don't have a lot of history on. Here are all the probabilities we have. And after applying our filters and so forth, it's telling us to take a look at 3 games. First is a home team. It likes the Marlins. Once again, the model is picking against Luis Severino. So there's definitely something there where it seems that the model does not like his performance, even though he had a very good performance his last time out. I think our model gives more weight to what he did last season compared to what the bookies are doing. So I think that's the reason for the discrepancy. But in any case, it's telling us to take the Marlins if we can get plus 119 with Pinnacle showing 115. So let's click over, see what we can get. So we're looking right here at the Mets, and we're getting 118. And the model wants 119. So it does not look like we're going to place a bet there. We're off by a penny. So let's move on to the next one. We got the Angels and the Rangers. It's telling us to take the Angels if you can get 134 with Pinnacle showing 121. Let's see if we can find anything there. Angels, now the best we're getting is 122, it looks like. And we want 134, so we're not going to find a bet there. Next up, we have the Reds again. It's saying take the Reds plus 231. And Pinnacle showing 202. So again, that's probably something of a stretch to see if we'll find it, but let's take a look. And yeah, in fact, the numbers here are all less than what Pinnacle is showing. So in our weight screener, our odd screener, we only best we see is plus 190. So we're not going to have a bet there. So that's it for these 3. So it does not look like we'll have a money line bet. If we don't have anything, I'll check the Mets Marlins again and see what we can do there. Totals. So here's the full list of the totals models for today. And again, putting it through our screeners, it's telling us to look at 1 under and 5 overs. The under it likes is the Royals A's under 9.5. If you can get minus 103, they're showing minus 120 though. So this is probably a stretch. But let's take a look. Royals A's, we want minus 103. Royals A's here. want the under 9.5 minus 103, and you see that we're not going to get it. A couple places have a flat 9 showing, but we're not going to get under 9.5 at plus 103, so won't have a bet there. Next up, the Blue Jays and the Rays, saying take over 7.5 at even money. Again, probably a stretch, but let's take a look. Over 7.5. Now we get minus 110, but we're not getting even money, so won't find a bet there. Next up, Rangers and Angels. It likes over 8.5 at minus 102, which is what seems to be showing. So we might find a bet there. So let's look Rangers, Angels, minus 102. Rangers, Angels, and that was what, 8.5? Yeah, Rangers, Angels, 8.5. And yeah, in fact, we could get plus 105 here. Rangers, Angels, plus over 8.5, plus 105. So let's mark that down. So that's right here at Caesars, 8.5, plus 105. Plus 105, and that's the Rangers and the Angels. Okay. Next up, the Diamondbacks and the Tigers. Saying take over 7.5 at minus 104. So let's take a look. Over 7.5, we're seeing minus 110s across the board, one minus 108. So not going to get to the 104, so no bet there. And then finally, Dodgers Reds over 8 wants better than even money. So let's take a look. Dodgers Reds. Over 8, yeah, wants better than even money though, and we're not showing that. We're seeing all. Best we're seeing is minus 108. So no bet there. So that's it for the totals. So it looks like we got one bet on the totals. No bets on the money line. Let's take a look at the spreads now. Again, here's the whole list of spreads. And you know what the model thinks about them. And it's telling us to look at, again, 4 home teams and 1 away team. First home team is the Blue Jays, minus 1.5 at the Rays. Saying look for 176. When showing 162, probably a stretch. So let's click over spreads. So Toronto minus 1.5, not getting 176, we're getting a 165. So no bet there. Nats, Phillies minus 1.5. Phillies minus 1.5. If we can get 122. Phillies minus 1.5. Yeah, and in fact, we can get over here plus 126. That's circa. So let's do that. Let me just double check. Phillies minus 1.5, 126. So we're going to take Phillies minus 1.5 plus 126 at circa. It's on this one. So it's over here. Phillies minus 1.5 plus 126 at circa. Okay. What else? Padres Braves likes the Braves minus 1.5. If you can get 180. Braves -1.5. Not quite getting 180. Get as high as 172. You got DraftKings has the lines flipped, has the Braves taking the runs. But yeah, not getting at 180, so no bet there. Tigers, Diamondbacks. Like I said, Diamondbacks -1.5. They got crushed yesterday. But it's saying take it at 143, and it's already showing 147, so we might find a bet there. Detroit, Arizona, here we go. Tigers, Diamondbacks. And we could get 147 over here. And we wanted 142, so yeah, we'll take that one. So that's the Diamondbacks -1.5 plus 147. So that's the Tigers, D-backs. Oh, whoops, I'm in the wrong sheet. Hold on. D-backs -1.5 plus 147. And finally, the one visiting team it's saying to look at is the Red Sox. Red Sox -1.5. If you can get 142, 141.4. Let's see if we can find that. Red Sox -1.5. Yeah, 142 over here. Oh, 148. Ah, it just moved. Look, did you see that? It just moved. So I'll say 142 then, because I didn't write it down before that number changed. So we'll take the Red Sox -1.5 plus 142. That was kind of funny that we actually saw the line move the way we thought it should, just like that. So Red Sox -1.5 plus 142, which is what we wanted. Yep. So that's it. So it looks like let's just check the Mets Marlins again, see if anything moved there. No, still 118, and the model wanted 119. So again, I'm going to stick to the model. So that's what we got for today. We got for the money line, and no straight money line bets. We got one totals bet is the Rangers Angels over 8.5 plus 105. And then we've got 3 spreads bets. The Phillies -1.5 plus 126. The Diamondbacks -1.5 plus 147. And the Red Sox also -1.5 plus 142. Okay, that's what we got for today. Thanks very much for joining me, and have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.